Have you ever found yourself staring into the eyes of someone you deeply care for, a whirlwind of emotions swirling within you, yet a nagging question persists? Is this real? Is this love? Or merely a fleeting infatuation, a convenient companionship, in a world obsessed with grand gestures, romantic comedies, and the fleeting highs of infatuation? It's easy to get lost in the noise. We're taught to look for fireworks, for declarations whispered under starlit skies, for the kind of passionate intensity that burns bright and often, just as quickly, burns out. But what if true love isn't about the spectacular, but about the subtle? What if the most profound expressions of affection are found not in what is said, but in what is done, especially when no one is watching, when the spotlight fades and life reveals its raw, unvarnished truth? For centuries, philosophers have grappled with the essence of love. Poets have sung its praises, artists have painted its myriad forms, and countless hearts have been broken in its pursuit. Yet, in our modern age, amidst the swipe-right culture and the curated perfection of social media, the very definition of genuine connection seems to have become blurred. We chase signs that promise instant gratification, mistaking attention for affection, convenience for commitment. We look for the easy path, the comfortable embrace, the effortless laughter. But as any seasoned traveler knows, the most rewarding journeys are rarely the easiest. And so it is with love. This is where the ancient wisdom of Stoicism offers a radical yet profoundly practical perspective. The Stoics, those formidable thinkers who championed virtue, reason, and resilience, didn't waste time on guesswork or emotional theatrics. They understood that true character, and by extension, true love, is forged in the crucible of action, not in the fleeting whispers of sentiment. They sought not comfort, but growth, not fleeting pleasure, but enduring virtue. And when we apply their timeless principles to the intricate dance of human relationships, a new landscape of understanding unfolds. We begin to see the unseen threads, the quiet strengths, the unwavering commitments that truly bind two souls. On Sophia's Stoicism, we delve into the profound depths of human experience through the lens of ancient philosophy. Today, we embark on a journey to uncover the authentic markers of love, not as society often defines it, but as the Stoics would have understood it, a force that challenges, fortifies, and ultimately transforms us into better versions of ourselves. Forget the superficial, forget the fleeting. We are about to explore 7 profound indicators, 7 quiet truths that reveal a woman's genuine love-dotty signs that most men, caught in the dazzling glare of conventional romance, often miss. These aren't about grand gestures, they are about the very fabric of character, the unwavering commitment to your flourishing, and the silent, powerful ways she chooses to stand by you, not just in the sunshine, but through every storm. Prepare to redefine what love truly means, and in doing so, perhaps to discover a deeper, more resilient connection than you ever imagined possible. 1. She challenges you to be better, the crucible of growth. In the conventional narrative of love, we often seek comfort, affirmation, and a gentle hand that soothes our insecurities. We desire a partner who will tell us what we want to hear, who will cushion our falls, and who will never, ever make us feel uncomfortable. But a woman who genuinely loves you through the profound and often uncomfortable lens of Stoicism understands that true affection isn't about perpetual comfort. It's about profound growth. She won't let you stagnate. She won't coddle your weaknesses. Instead, she will push you, not with nagging or criticism, but with an unwavering expectation of your potential. This is the first and perhaps most telling sign of a love that seeks your highest good. The original video succinctly captures this. A woman who truly loves you won't let you stagnate. She'll push you not by complaining, but by expecting more from you. This isn't about a partner being overly critical or demanding. It's about her seeing a greater version of you, a version you might not even see yourself, and gently but firmly guiding you towards it. The Stoics had a powerful concept for this: amor fati, the love of fate. This isn't a passive acceptance of whatever happens. It's an active embrace of everything that comes our way, including the challenges, the discomfort, and the opportunities for growth. A loving partner, in this Stoic sense, embodies amor fati for your journey, embracing your struggles as much as your triumphs, because she understands that these are the very elements that forge character. Consider the common scenario. You're stuck in a dead-end job, complaining nightly about the monotony, the lack of challenge, the unfulfilled potential. A partner who merely wants to keep you happy might offer platitudes. It's okay, babe, you'll figure it out. While well-intentioned, this can inadvertently enable stagnation. But the woman who loves you with a Stoic heart will look at you, perhaps with a knowing gaze, and say, "You're smarter than this. What's your plan?" She doesn't offer a solution. She demands agency. She doesn't soothe your discomfort. She ignites your resolve. This isn't a lack of empathy. It's a profound respect for your inherent capacity for resilience and self-improvement. She respects you too much to watch you waste your potential, to settle for less than you are capable of becoming. I remember a period in my own life, years ago, when I was deeply entrenched in a career that, while stable, offered little intellectual stimulation or personal fulfillment. I would come home, exhausted and uninspired, often venting my frustrations to my partner. I expected sympathy, perhaps even a suggestion to just endure it. Instead, she listened patiently, and then, with a quiet intensity, she asked, "Sophia, is this truly what you want your days to be filled with? Is this aligned with the values you speak so passionately about?" Her words weren't accusatory. They were a mirror reflecting back to me the dissonance between my actions and my aspirations. It was uncomfortable. It forced me to confront my own complacency, my own fear of the unknown. She didn't tell me to quit my job, but her questions planted a seed of discomfort that eventually blossomed into a burning desire for change. That conversation, born not of judgment, but of genuine care, was a pivotal moment. It was her way of challenging me to live up to my own Stoic ideals of virtue and purpose, even when I was too comfortable to see the need for it myself. This was amor fati in action, a loving push towards embracing the difficult path that would ultimately lead to a more fulfilling existence. Another instance, perhaps more subtle, involved my struggle with a persistent habit of procrastination. I would often delay important tasks, convincing myself I worked better under pressure. My partner, instead of nagging or scolding, would simply ask, "What's the first small step you can take on that project right now?" Or if I was particularly resistant, she might playfully challenge me. "I bet you can't finish that. Outline in the next hour." Her approach wasn't about control, it was about nudging me towards self-discipline, a core Stoic virtue. She understood that true progress comes from consistent, deliberate action, not from sudden bursts of motivation. By framing it as a challenge, she appealed to my sense of self-mastery, helping me to overcome inertia that often accompanies procrastination. This wasn't about her fixing me. It was about her believing in my capacity to fix myself, to cultivate the inner strength necessary to conquer my own weaknesses. It was a testament to her love that she was willing to risk a momentary annoyance on my part for the sake of my long-term growth and well-being. Epictetus, one of the most influential Stoic philosophers, famously said, "If you want to improve, be content to be thought foolish and stupid." This profound statement encapsulates the essence of being challenged by a loving partner. When someone pushes you, when they question your comfort zones, you might, for a moment, feel exposed, foolish, or even stupid. You might resist, lash out, or retreat. But if that challenge comes from a place of genuine love and respect, it is an invitation to shed the old, comfortable skin and embrace the discomfort of transformation. Real love isn't about comfort, it's about growth. If she's willing to risk annoying you, to endure your momentary frustration, all to see you succeed, that is not negativity, that is loyalty. That is a profound belief in your potential. The wrong woman will flatter your ego, keeping you small and dependent. The right one, the one who truly loves you, will fortify your spirit, empowering you to become the best version of yourself. She understands that the path to virtue is often steep and arduous, and she is willing to walk alongside you, even if it means occasionally being the uncomfortable truth teller. This is the kind of love that doesn't just make you happy, it makes you better. 2. She sacrifices without keeping score, the virtue of unconditional giving. In a transactional world, where every interaction is often weighed on the scales of give and take, the concept of selfless sacrifice can seem almost anachronistic. Most relationships, even loving ones, can fall into the trap of mental accounting. I did this for you, so you owe me that. We keep mental tabs, tallying favors, and expecting reciprocity. But a woman who genuinely loves you, imbued with the spirit of Stoic virtue, transcends this transactional mindset. Her giving is not a negotiation. It is an expression of her character. She sacrifices without keeping score, not because she is naive, but because her actions are driven by a deeper principle: virtue for virtue's sake. The original video highlights this beautifully. Real love it gives without expecting repayment. She never throws it in your face. This is the essence of true generosity, a cornerstone of Stoic ethics. The Stoics believed that the highest good lies in living a virtuous life, and that virtuous actions are their own reward. To act justly, courageously, wisely, or with temperance is inherently good, regardless of external outcomes or recognition. When a partner sacrifices for you without demanding applause or holding it over your head, she is embodying this profound Stoic ideal. Her actions are not a means to an end. They are an end in themselves, a testament to her commitment to your well-being and the flourishing of the relationship as a whole. Imagine a scenario where you are pouring all your energy into a nascent startup, working late nights, facing immense pressure, and perhaps even neglecting other aspects of your life. A loving partner might pick up extra shifts at her own job to ease financial strain, or take on more household responsibilities so you can focus on your vision. She might cancel plans with friends to be by your side when you're sick, or quietly manage family obligations so you can meet a crucial deadline. The key, as the video points out, is that she never throws it in your face. There's no passive-aggressive sigh, no subtle reminder of her magnanimity, no expectation of immediate reciprocation. Her giving is a quiet, steady force, a demonstration of her unwavering support that asks for nothing in return. I recall a particularly challenging year when I decided to pursue a significant academic endeavor while still managing my professional responsibilities. It was an overwhelming period marked by late-night study sessions, intense research, and moments of profound self-doubt. My partner, understanding the immense pressure was under, took it upon herself to manage almost every aspect of our shared life. She handled all the cooking, the errands, the household chores, and even became my impromptu research assistant, helping me organize notes and proofread drafts. There were countless evenings when I would emerge from my study, bleary-eyed and exhausted, to find a warm meal waiting for me, or a quiet space meticulously prepared for my next session. Never once did she complain about the added burden, nor did she ever remind me of her sacrifices. Her support was a silent, consistent presence, a bedrock of stability that allowed me to focus entirely on my goals. It was an act of pure, unadulterated giving, motivated solely by her desire to see me succeed. This wasn't about her getting something back, it was about her contributing to the hive tweet, our shared life and my personal growth. 2, because she understood that what was good for me was ultimately good for us. This experience profoundly deepened my understanding of what it means to give without expectation, a truly Stoic virtue. Another, more everyday example often goes unnoticed. Consider the small, seemingly insignificant acts of service that accumulate over time. Perhaps she consistently takes on the less desirable chores, like cleaning the bathroom or dealing with difficult administrative tasks, without being asked or acknowledged. Or she might quietly manage a family crisis on her own, shielding you from the stress so you can focus on your work or rest. These aren't heroic sacrifices in the dramatic sense, but they are profound demonstrations of a giving spirit. I remember a time when I was particularly stressed with a looming deadline, and I had completely forgotten about a friend's birthday. My partner, without a word, took the initiative to buy a thoughtful gift, wrap it, and even write a card from both of us, ensuring that our friend felt remembered and cherished. She didn't mention it until after the fact, and even then, it was simply a casual remark about how she wanted to make sure our friend felt loved. There was no hint of martyrdom or expectation of praise. This quiet act of selfless giving, done simply because it was the right thing to do for our relationship and our friendships, perfectly embodies the Stoic principle of virtue for virtue's sake. Marcus Aurelius, the philosopher emperor, famously wrote, "What's not good for the hive isn't good for the bee." This profound statement, often quoted in Stoic circles, speaks directly to the interconnectedness of individuals within a community, or, in this case, a relationship. When she sacrifices, it's not for you in a way that creates a debt. It's because of you, because your well-being is intrinsically linked to hers, and to the health of the shared hive. That is your partnership. There's a crucial difference here. A sacrifice for you might imply a transaction, a future repayment. A sacrifice because of you implies a deeper, more organic connection, where your flourishing is her flourishing, and her actions are simply a natural extension of her commitment to the shared good. It's not about personal gain, it's about the collective strength and harmony. Watch her when things are tough. Does she help quietly, without fanfare, or does she demand applause, recognition, or a promise of future repayment? One is love, a genuine expression of care rooted in virtue. The other is negotiation, a conditional exchange that lacks the profound depth of true affection. The Stoics understood that true generosity is not about the size of the gift, but the spirit in which it is given. It is about acting from a place of duty and virtue, not from a desire for external rewards, validation. A woman who embodies this principle is not just a partner. She is a pillar of strength, a testament to the enduring power of selfless love, and a living example of Stoic virtue in action. Her sacrifices are not burdens, they are quiet declarations of an unwavering commitment, woven into the very fabric of your shared life. This kind of love is rare, precious, and profoundly transformative, for it teaches us the true meaning of giving and the quiet dignity of a life lived in service to something greater than oneself. 3. She respects your solitude, the wisdom of inner space. In the intricate dance of relationships, there often exists a subtle tension between connection and independence. Many people, driven by insecurity or a fear of abandonment, interpret a partner's need for space as a personal slight, a sign of rejection, or a precursor to distance. They panic when you seek solitude, assuming that any separation, however brief, signals a weakening of the bond. But a woman who genuinely loves you, one who understands the profound wisdom of Stoic self-sufficiency, recognizes that silence is not abandonment, it is renewal. She trusts you enough to let you breathe, understanding that true connection thrives not on constant proximity, but on mutual respect for each other's inner world. The original video succinctly captures this crucial point. A woman who loves you understands that silence isn't abandonment, it's renewal. This insight aligns perfectly with Stoic philosophy, which places a high value on introspection, self-reflection, and the cultivation of an inner citadel. A fortress of the mind impervious to external disturbances. Seneca, a prominent Stoic philosopher, famously advised, "Be a friend to yourself and you'll never be alone." This isn't a call for isolation, but for the development of a robust inner life, a capacity for contentment and self-reliance that doesn't depend on constant external validation or companionship. A secure woman, therefore, doesn't fear your independence. She respects it because she herself likely possesses a similar inner strength. Consider a week where you've been relentlessly battered by the demands of work, social obligations, and unforeseen challenges. All you crave is a quiet evening alone, perhaps to read, to think, or simply to exist without external demands. A partner who misunderstands this need might resort to guilt-tripping, "Fine, ignore me," or "I guess you don't want to spend time with me." This reaction, while understandable from a place of insecurity, creates a suffocating environment. But the woman who loves you, with a Stoic understanding, will simply say, "Text me when you're back." She trusts your intentions. She understands that your need for solitude is not a reflection on her, but a necessary act of self-care, a way for you to recharge your mental and emotional batteries. She knows that a well-rested, self-aware partner is a better partner, and that true intimacy is built on a foundation of individual wholeness, not codependency. I vividly recall a period in my life when I was deeply immersed in writing a complex philosophical essay. The process demanded intense focus, long hours of uninterrupted thought, and a significant amount of quiet contemplation. I found myself needing extended periods of solitude, often retreating to my study for hours on end, sometimes even for entire weekends. My partner, instead of feeling neglected or demanding my attention, became my silent guardian. She would quietly bring me tea or a snack, leave it outside my door, and then retreat, respecting the sanctity of my creative space. She understood that this wasn't a rejection of her, but a necessary condition for my work. Her ability to grant me this space, without complaint or expectation, was a profound demonstration of her trust and understanding. It allowed me to delve deep into my thoughts, to wrestle with complex ideas, and ultimately to produce work that I was proud of. This experience taught me that true love doesn't seek to possess or control. It seeks to liberate and support the individual's pursuit of their highest self. It was a practical application of Seneca's wisdom 2a by allowing me to be a friend to myself. She ensured that I was never truly alone, even in my solitude. Another example, perhaps more relatable, involves the simple need for personal hobbies or interests. Many relationships struggle when one partner feels threatened by the other's independent pursuits. If I wanted to spend an evening at a philosophy lecture or a weekend hiking alone in the mountains, a less secure partner might express resentment or try to dissuade me. However, my partner has always encouraged these individual endeavors. She understands that having separate interests enriches our shared life, bringing new perspectives and experiences into the relationship. There have been times when I've returned from a solo hike, feeling refreshed and invigorated, and she's greeted me with genuine curiosity about my experience rather than a tally of the hours I was away. This respect for my individual space and pursuits has fostered a deeper sense of trust and autonomy within our relationship. It's a clear demonstration that love shouldn't feel like a leash. It should feel like a spacious field where both individuals can grow and flourish, occasionally coming together to share the harvest of their independent journeys. A secure woman doesn't fear your independence, she respects it. This statement from the original video resonates deeply with Stoic principles. The Stoics emphasized that our happiness and well-being should not be dependent on external things, including other people. While they valued community and connection, they also stressed the importance of cultivating inner resilience and self-sufficiency. A partner who understands this doesn't suffocate you with constant demands for attention, proximity, because she is not afraid to lose you. She knows that true connection is not about clinging, but about a shared understanding and respect that transcends physical presence. If she doesn't fear your independence, it's because she knows that your bond is built on something far more substantial than mere proximity. Two, it's built on trust, mutual respect, and a shared commitment to each other's growth and well-being. This kind of love is not a cage, it is a foundation upon which both individuals can build rich, fulfilling lives, both together and apart. It is a love that understands that sometimes the greatest act of connection is to grant the space for individual renewal, knowing that a stronger, more vibrant self will return to enrich the shared journey. 4. She stays when it's hard, the unwavering anchor of loyalty. It is easy to love someone when life is a sun-drenched meadow, when successes abound, and when every day feels like a celebration. Anyone can bask in the glow of your triumphs, laugh at your best jokes, and enjoy the effortless flow of good times. But the true test of love, the crucible in which its authenticity is forged, is found not in the highs, but in the crushing lows. It is in the moments of despair, failure, and profound vulnerability that genuine loyalty reveals itself. A woman who truly loves you doesn't just celebrate your ascent, she stands as an unwavering anchor during your descent. She stays when it's hard, not out of obligation, but out of a profound, unconditional commitment that transcends circumstance. The original video powerfully states, "Anyone can love you at your best, but love is decided in the worst moments." This sentiment resonates deeply with Stoic philosophy, which emphasizes resilience, endurance, and the cultivation of inner strength in the face of adversity. The Stoics understood that life is inherently unpredictable, filled with external events beyond our control. What matters is not what happens to us, but how we respond. And in the context of relationships, a partner who embodies the Stoic resilience, who chooses to stand by you when the world crumbles and around you, is demonstrating a love of the highest order. Her loyalty during your lows proves her love isn't conditional, isn't dependent on your external successes or your ability to maintain a facade of perfection. Consider a scenario that many dread. You lose your job, the financial security you once took for granted evaporates, and with it, perhaps a significant portion of your self-esteem. You might find yourself adrift, depressed, questioning your worth. Many fair-weather companions, those who were drawn to your success or your perceived stability, might quietly slip away. But the woman who truly loves you won't try to fix you with empty platitudes or unsolicited advice. She won't demand that you snap out of it or offer quick fix solutions. Instead, she will simply stay. "We'll figure it out," is all she says. This isn't a passive acceptance of your plight. It's an active choice, a declaration of solidarity that speaks volumes more than any grand romantic gesture. It's a choice born of commitment, not obligation, a testament to her unwavering belief in your shared future, regardless of the present storm. I remember a period in my life when I faced a significant professional setback. A project I had poured years of my life into, one that I believed would define my career, unexpectedly fell apart. The emotional fallout was immense. I felt like a failure, my confidence shattered, and I retreated into myself, struggling to find meaning or motivation. During this time, my partner was an extraordinary source of quiet strength. She didn't try to cheer me up with forced optimism, nor did she offer simplistic solutions. Instead, she simply was there. She would sit with me in silence, offering a comforting presence. She made sure I ate, even when I had no appetite. She listened without judgment as I replayed every perceived mistake, every wrong turn. She never once made me feel like a burden or a disappointment. Her unwavering presence, her quiet understanding, and her steadfast belief in my eventual recovery were the most profound expressions of love I have ever experienced. It was a clear demonstration that her love was not contingent on my professional success or my cheerful disposition. It was a love that embraced me in my brokenness, a love that understood that sometimes the greatest act of support is simply to bear witness to another's pain without flinching. This was Musonius Rufus's teaching in action. Hardship truly reveals character, and her character in that moment shone brighter than any success could have illuminated. Another, more subtle example of staying when it's hard can be found in the inevitable periods of miscommunication or emotional distance that can arise in any long-term relationship. There are times when, despite best intentions, misunderstandings fester, words are misinterpreted, and a sense of alienation can creep in. In such moments, it's tempting to withdraw, to blame, or to seek solace elsewhere. However, a partner who truly loves you will choose to lean in, even when it's uncomfortable. She will initiate difficult conversations, not with accusation, but with a desire for understanding. She will persist in trying to bridge the gap, even when you might be resistant or defensive. I recall a time when my partner and I were navigating a particularly stressful period, and the pressure manifested as short tempers and miscommunications between us. There were days when it felt easier to just avoid each other, to let the silence grow. But she consistently chose to break that silence, to gently push for connection, to remind me that we were a team facing an external challenge, not adversaries. Her willingness to endure the discomfort of those strained conversations, to keep showing up and investing in our connection, even when it felt arduous, was a powerful testament to her commitment. It was a choice to actively engage with the hardship within the relationship itself, rather than allowing it to erode our bond. This embodied the Stoic principle of enduring what is difficult for the sake of what is good, demonstrating a profound resilience in the face of relational adversity. Musonius Rufus, a Roman Stoic philosopher, taught that hardship reveals character. This is a profound truth that applies directly to the nature of love. When life deals a harsh blow, be it financial ruin, a health crisis, a personal tragedy, or even just a prolonged period of stress and difficulty, the true colors of a relationship are revealed. A conditional love, one based on convenience or superficial attraction, will falter and fade, but a love rooted in genuine commitment and virtue will not only endure but often deepen. Her loyalty during your lows proves her love isn't conditional. It's not dependent on your performance, your mood, or your ability to always be at your best. It's a love that sees beyond the temporary circumstances and recognizes the inherent worth of the individual, choosing to stand by them through thick and thin. Don't judge her love during the highs. Judge it during the lows. For it is in the valleys of life, when the path is steepest and the burdens heaviest, that the true, unwavering strength of her love will shine brightest, a beacon of Stoic resilience and unconditional devotion. 5. She sees your flaws and doesn't try to fix you. The acceptance of imperfection in a world that constantly pushes us towards an idealized, often unattainable version of ourselves it's easy to fall into the trap of seeking a partner who will complete us, or worse, fix us. We might unconsciously look for someone to smooth out our rough edges, to correct our perceived deficiencies, or to mold us into a more palatable form. This desire, while seemingly benign, often stems from a fundamental misunderstanding of love and personal growth. It creates a dynamic where one person is a project and the other is the architect, leading to resentment, frustration, and a profound lack of genuine acceptance. But a woman who genuinely loves you, through the discerning eyes of Stoic wisdom, understands that true affection isn't about changing someone. It's about knowing them, flaws included, and choosing them anyway. She accepts you as you are, not as a project to be perfected. The original video articulates this beautifully. Real love isn't about changing someone. It's about knowing them, flaws included, and choosing them anyway. This statement is profoundly Stoic in its essence. The Stoics emphasize the importance of distinguishing between what is within our control and what is outside of it. Our own character, our judgments, our actions do go. These are within our control. The character and actions of others, their inherent traits and quirks, these are largely outside our direct control. To attempt to fix another person is to engage in a futile battle against what is external, leading only to frustration and unhappiness. Instead, the Stoic approach encourages us to focus on our own virtues and to accept others as they are, recognizing that their flaws are part of their unique human tapestry. A loving partner, therefore, doesn't seek to impose her will on your nature. She embraces it, understanding that your growth is ultimately your own responsibility. Consider your own quirks. Perhaps you're messy, leaving socks on the floor, or you're notoriously impatient, or stubbornly set in your ways. A fixer would nag, constantly pointing out your shortcomings, attempting to shame you into compliance. They might say, "Why can't you ever put your clothes away?" Or, "You're always so impatient." But the woman who loves you with genuine acceptance might tease you, playfully, "Wow, you really just left your socks there?" while picking them up herself, or gently remind you to breathe when your impatience flares. Her actions are not about judgment or control. They are about understanding and compassion. She accepts you as you are, not as a project to be changed, because she recognizes that true love is not about molding another person into your ideal, but about appreciating the unique individual they already are. I vividly recall a period when I was particularly self-conscious about a certain habit of mine, a tendency to overthink and meticulously plan every detail, often to the point of analysis paralysis. I saw it as a flaw, a hindrance to spontaneity and efficiency. I expected my partner to validate my self-criticism, perhaps even to encourage me to be more decisive. Instead, she approached it with a gentle understanding. She would often say, "Your thoroughness is one of your greatest strengths, Sophia. It means you rarely miss anything important." She didn't try to change my nature, she reframed it, helping me to see the positive aspects of a trait I had only viewed negatively. There, were times when my overthinking would lead to delays, and she would simply offer a calm. No rush, we'll get there when we get there. Her acceptance wasn't passive. It was an active choice to appreciate my inherent qualities, even the ones I struggled with. This profound acceptance allowed me to relax into myself, to stop fighting against my own nature, and, paradoxically, to become more adaptable and less rigid. It was a powerful lesson in self-acceptance, facilitated by her unwavering love and a true embodiment of the Stoic principle of accepting what is, especially when it comes to the characteristics of others. Another example, perhaps more personal, involves my occasional bouts of introversion. There are times when I simply need to retreat, to recharge in solitude, and my social energy wanes. In the past, I worried that this might be perceived as aloofness or disinterest by partners. However, my current partner has always understood and respected this aspect of my personality. She doesn't try to drag me to every social event, nor does she make me feel guilty for needing quiet time. Instead, she might suggest a cozy night in, or simply give me the space I need without question. She has never tried to fix my introversion or push me to be more outgoing than I naturally am. Her acceptance of this fundamental part of my being has created a safe and authentic space within our relationship. It has allowed me to be my true self without the pressure of conforming to an external expectation. This acceptance, rather than an attempt to change me, has fostered a deeper connection built on genuine understanding and mutual respect for our individual temperaments. It reflects the Stoic idea that we should focus on what is within our control, favor our own reactions, and virtues to weigh rather than trying to control or change the external world, including the inherent nature of those we love. Epictetus, in his profound wisdom, advised, "First say to yourself what you would be, then do what you have to do." This powerful statement underscores the Stoic emphasis on self-mastery and personal responsibility for one's own growth. A loving partner who doesn't try to fix you understands this implicitly. She doesn't see you as a broken entity needing repair. She sees you as an autonomous individual capable of self-improvement. She lets you own your growth, providing support and encouragement, but never attempting to usurp your agency. If she loves you without demanding perfection, she's not just passing time, she's choosing you fully and completely, with all your beautiful imperfections. This is a love that fosters true freedom, allowing both individuals to embark on their own journeys of self-discovery and self-mastery, knowing they are supported and cherished for who they truly are. Here's the Stoic secret no one talks about. Love isn't about finding someone who makes you happy. It's about finding someone who helps you become the person you are meant to be. This is a radical reframe of the conventional romantic ideal. Happiness, for the Stoics, was a byproduct of living virtuously, not an end in itself. True love, therefore, is not a source of external happiness, but a catalyst for internal flourishing. It is a partnership in the pursuit of virtue, a shared journey towards becoming more courageous, more just, more wise, and more temperate. If she's doing these things, challenging you, sacrificing without score, respecting your solitude, staying when it's hard, and accepting your flaws without trying to fix you, daughter, she's not just passing through your life. She's rooting for you, for your highest good, for the realization of your full potential. That's rare, that's real, and that's what you hold on to. This kind of love is not a fleeting emotion. It is a profound commitment to mutual growth, a testament to the enduring power of virtue, and a true reflection of the Stoic path. 6. She celebrates your growth, not just your achievements. The joy of inner progress. In a society often fixated on external markers of success, to-pay promotions, accolades, material possessions, quote, it's easy to conflate achievement with growth. We are conditioned to seek validation through our accomplishments, and often our relationships reflect this outward-facing focus. Many partners will enthusiastically celebrate your victories, your promotions, your public recognition. And while this is certainly a positive aspect of support, a deeper, more profound form of love lies in celebrating not just what you achieve, but who you are becoming. A woman who genuinely loves you through the discerning lens of Stoicism understands that true progress is often an internal journey, a cultivation of character and virtue, and she finds joy in witnessing your evolution, even when it's unseen by the world. The original video, while not explicitly stating this as a separate point, implicitly touches upon it through the emphasis on growth and becoming a better man. The Stoics placed paramount importance on the development of virtue, wisdom, justice, courage, and temperance, too, as the sole good. External achievements were considered indifferent, neither good nor bad in themselves, but merely opportunities to practice virtue. Therefore, a truly Stoic-minded partner would not be overly impressed by your external successes if they came at the cost of your character. Nor would she overlook your internal struggles if they were leading to profound personal growth. Her celebration would be directed at your efforts to live virtuously, to overcome internal obstacles, and to align your actions with your highest principles. Consider a situation where you've been struggling with a deeply ingrained habit, perhaps a tendency towards anger or a habit of excessive indulgence. You might not have a grand public achievement to show for your efforts, but internally you're waging a significant battle, making conscious choices to respond with patience or to exercise moderation. A partner focused solely on external achievements might not even notice this internal struggle or might dismiss it as insignificant. But the woman who truly loves you, who understands the Stoic path, will recognize the immense courage and discipline required for such inner work. She will celebrate the small victories stowed the moment you chose patience over anger, the time you exercised restraint when temptation called. Her validation comes not from your public triumphs, but from your private battles, from the quiet, consistent effort you put into becoming a more virtuous individual. I recall a period when I was actively working on cultivating greater patience, particularly in situations that typically triggered my frustration, like dealing with bureaucratic processes or unexpected delays. It was an internal struggle, one that often went unnoticed by others. I wasn't achieving any external milestones. I was simply trying to respond differently to everyday annoyances. My partner, however, was incredibly attuned to this internal effort. After a particularly trying phone call with a customer service representative, where I managed to remain calm and composed, despite significant provocation, she didn't just offer a casual "good job." Instead, she looked at me with genuine admiration and said, "I saw how you handled that. That took immense self-control. You've made so much progress." Her words weren't about the outcome of the call. They were about the process, about the internal victory I had achieved in mastering my own reactions. This kind of recognition, this celebration of my inner growth, was far more meaningful than any external praise. It reinforced my commitment to the Stoic path and made me feel truly seen and understood. It was a powerful reminder that true love sees beyond the superficial and celebrates the quiet, often invisible work of character building. Another example involves the pursuit of knowledge and wisdom, a central tenet of Stoicism. I've always been an avid reader and learner, but there were times when I felt self-conscious about spending hours immersed in philosophical texts or complex theories, fearing it might be perceived as unproductive or isolating. My partner, however, has always championed my intellectual pursuits. She doesn't just tolerate my nerdy interests. She actively encourages them. She might ask me about what I'm learning, engage in thoughtful discussions about complex ideas, or even surprise me with a book she thinks I'd enjoy. Her enthusiasm isn't about me achieving a degree or publishing a paper. It's about her celebrating my intellectual curiosity, my desire for understanding, and my continuous effort to expand my mind. She sees value in the process of learning itself, in the growth of my wisdom, rather than just tangible outputs. This acceptance and celebration of my intellectual journey has created a space where I feel free to pursue knowledge for its own sake, knowing that my partner values this internal growth as much as any external accomplishment. This profound understanding aligns with the Stoic emphasis on internal goods. While the world may applaud your promotions or your financial success, a truly loving partner, one who embodies Stoic wisdom, will celebrate the quiet dignity with which you face adversity, the patience you cultivate in frustrating situations, the courage you demonstrate in confronting your fears, and the justice you uphold in your dealings with others. These are the true measures of a person, and a partner who recognizes and celebrates these internal victories is offering a love that is deeply rooted in respect for your character. She understands that the path to becoming the best version of yourself is often an internal one, marked by countless small, unseen choices and efforts. Her joy in your growth is not conditional on external validation. It is a pure appreciation for the virtuous path you are walking. This kind of love is a powerful catalyst for self-improvement, for it provides the ultimate encouragement to continue striving for excellence, not for the applause of others, but for the quiet satisfaction of life well lived and a character well forged. 7. She inspires you to live with purpose, the call to a meaningful life. Beyond the daily ebb and flow of shared life, beyond the challenges and sacrifices, the acceptance and growth, lies a deeper, more profound dimension of genuine love. The fine of capacity to inspire. Many relationships offer companionship, comfort, and even happiness. But a truly transformative love, viewed through the lens of Stoic philosophy, does more than simply make your life easier or more pleasant. It ignites within you a desire to live with greater purpose, to align your actions with your deepest values, and to contribute meaningfully to the world. A woman who genuinely loves you doesn't just support your existing goals. She inspires you to discover and pursue a life of profound meaning, a life worthy of your highest potential. The original video, while focusing on the practical signs of love, implicitly points towards this ultimate outcome. Finding someone who helps you become the man you are meant to be. This resonates deeply with the Stoic concept of eudaimonia, often translated as human flourishing or living a life in accordance with virtue. For the Stoics, a life of purpose was not about accumulating wealth or fame, but about exercising reason, cultivating virtue, and fulfilling one's role in the cosmic order. A partner who inspires you towards this kind of life is not merely a companion. She is a co-traveler on the path to virtue, a muse for your moral and intellectual development. Her presence elevates your aspirations, encouraging you to look beyond immediate gratification towards a more profound and enduring sense of fulfillment. Consider a situation where you might be drifting, lacking clear direction, or perhaps pursuing goals that, while externally successful, feel hollow and unfulfilling. A partner who merely loves you for who you are now might passively accept this state, but the woman who loves you with a Stoic heart will subtly, or sometimes directly, challenge you to examine your motivations, to clarify your values, and to seek a deeper meaning in your endeavors. She might not articulate it in philosophical terms, but her actions, her questions, and her very being will serve as a constant, gentle reminder of the importance of living a life of integrity and purpose. She sees the potential for greatness within you, not in terms of worldly success, but in terms of character and contribution. I recall a period in my early career when I was heavily focused on climbing the corporate ladder, driven by external validation and the pursuit of material comforts. While I was achieving success by conventional standards, I often felt a deep sense of unease, a nagging feeling that something was missing. My partner, during this time, never directly criticized my ambitions, but she consistently modeled a different way of living. She dedicated her spare time to volunteering for causes she deeply believed in, pursued intellectual interests purely for the sake of knowledge, and always prioritized experiences over possessions. Her quiet commitment to a life of meaning, rather than mere accumulation, was a profound inspiration. She would often engage me in conversations about the impact of our work, the ethical implications of our choices, and the legacy we wish to leave behind. These weren't lectures, they were genuine inquiries that gently nudged me to reflect on my own values. Her example, more than any words, inspired me to re-evaluate my priorities and to seek a career path that was more aligned with my desire to contribute positively to the world. It was a slow, gradual shift, but it was undeniably catalyzed by her unwavering commitment to live a purposeful life, a commitment that shone brightly and illuminated my own path towards eudaimonia. Another example, perhaps more personal, involves my journey into Stoicism itself. Before fully embracing this philosophy, I often found myself reactive to external events, prone to emotional swings, and struggling with a sense of control over my own inner state. My partner, observing my struggles, didn't offer solutions or preach philosophy. Instead, she consistently demonstrated a remarkable sense of equanimity and resilience in her own life. When faced with setbacks, she would calmly assess the situation, focus on what was within her control, and move forward with a quiet determination. Her ability to navigate life's inevitable storms with such grace was a powerful inspiration. It made me curious about the source of her inner strength. It was her living example, her embodiment of Stoic principles without even naming them, that truly inspired me to delve deeper into the philosophy, to seek out the tools and practices that could cultivate a similar sense of inner peace and purpose within myself. She didn't tell me to be stoic. She showed me the profound benefits of living a life guided by reason and virtue, and in doing so, she inspired me to embark on a transformative journey of self-discovery. This inspiration to live with purpose is not about her dictating your path. It's about her presence illuminating the path that is uniquely yours. It's about her belief in your capacity for greatness, not in the superficial sense, but in the profound sense of living a life of integrity, meaning, and contribution. She understands that true fulfillment comes not from external achievements, but from aligning your actions with your deepest values and striving for excellence in character. Her love serves as a constant reminder that you are capable of more, that you are meant for more than just existing. It's a love that calls you to your higher self, urging you to engage with the world with courage, wisdom, and a profound sense of responsibility. This is the ultimate gift of a truly loving partner. Not just to be loved, but to be inspired to live a life that is truly worth living. A life that reflects the very best of what it means to be human. And a life that embodies the enduring wisdom of the Stoic. Conclusion: the Stoic heart of enduring love. We have journeyed through the subtle yet profound indicators of genuine love, examining them not through the fleeting lens of romantic fantasy, but through the enduring wisdom of Stoic philosophy. We've peeled back the layers of superficiality to reveal the true essence of a connection that transcends mere emotion, a bond forged in the fires of character, virtue, and unwavering commitment. These 7 signs are not a checklist for perfection, nor are they a guarantee against the inevitable challenges of life. Instead, they are a compass, guiding us towards a deeper understanding of what it means to truly love and be loved, a love that is resilient, transformative, and profoundly meaningful. Let us briefly recap these pillars of Stoic-inspired love. 1. She challenges you to be better. This is the love that refuses to let you stagnate, that sees your potential and gently, yet firmly, pushes you towards it. It's amor fati for your personal growth, embracing the discomfort of transformation for the sake of your highest good. This love understands that true comfort comes not from avoiding challenges, but from mastering them, and that your greatest strength lies in your capacity for continuous self-improvement. 2. She sacrifices without keeping score. This is the love that gives freely, without expectation of repayment or applause. It embodies the Stoic ideal of virtue for virtue's sake, where actions are driven by an inherent sense of what is right and good for the shared hive of your relationship. Her sacrifices are not burdens, but quiet declarations of unwavering support, a testament to her commitment to your well-being and the flourishing of your shared life. 3. She respects your solitude. This is the love that understands the profound need for inner space and renewal. It trusts your independence, recognizing that true connection thrives not on constant proximity, but on mutual respect for each other's individual journeys. This love doesn't fear your autonomy. It celebrates it, knowing that a well-nourished inner life contributes to a richer, more vibrant partnership. 4. She stays when it's hard. This is the love that reveals its true strength in the face of adversity. It is the unwavering anchor during your storms, a loyalty that is not conditional on your successes or your ability to maintain a facade of perfection. This love is a profound choice, a commitment that transcends circumstance, proving its authenticity in the crucible of your lowest moments. 5. She sees your flaws and doesn't try to fix you. This is the love that embraces your imperfections, recognizing that true acceptance is not about molding another person into an ideal, but about knowing them fully and choosing them anyway. It's a love that respects your agency, allowing you to own your growth and fostering an environment where authenticity thrives, free from the pressure of constant self-improvement for another's sake. 6. She celebrates your growth, not just your achievements. This is the love that looks beyond external accolades to recognize and applaud your inner progress. It values the cultivation of character, the mastery of self, and the quiet victories won in the pursuit of virtue. This love sees the unseen work, the daily efforts to become a better person, and finds profound joy in your evolution, knowing that true success is an internal measure. 7. She inspires you to live with purpose. This is the ultimate expression of a transformative love, one that ignites within you a desire for a life of deeper meaning and contribution. It's a love that calls you to your highest self, urging you to align your actions with your deepest values and to engage with the world with courage, wisdom, and a profound sense of responsibility. Her presence elevates your aspirations, making you want to live a life worthy of your potential. These 7 signs, when viewed collectively, paint a picture of a love that is not merely an emotion, but a profound partnership in the pursuit of virtue. It is a love that challenges you to confront your weaknesses, inspires you to cultivate your strength, and supports you unconditionally through every trial. It is a love that understands that true happiness, or eudaimonia, is not found in external circumstances, but in the consistent effort to live a life of reason, integrity, and purpose.